Rabwatin. Eka sabre no a ye che papa vi ankasa wada no we security analyst. Eka what should have been the follow up? Then anka saka nia odi animu ankasa no. Then anka sanka ye free ho.
Sabre no mo che no. Na so beef up security intelligence. Because omo no ewiase ba bia omo hwase ase ya na bagensem. Enti wo chi sa nipa na ye wadwen se yakokora ne keka eye miscalculation misjudgment error wo ya analysis na obin se wa yakokora nti o ya chi ne yehunu mobo a
ne fie no kwa ni mododo
eno no na bureaucratic reasons intelligence failure
security is gone beyond
security is not no enti wo hwa se me analysis ni enti afiri an ba me first year me use it's a part of reasons no bureaucratic reasons no obehwe first I was a underestimation underestimate won enti sometimes no e ba ne sa consumer no we ye na the commander we need so mutimi hwe we no enti on jintum because on pese bi kro best spend sika was anko for na ofin so mutimi hwe no
on pese
number so complacency so timi bam enti ye factors bebre enti sabre no na wo se ye hyase na afin so ye ma education koho hwe ade we education ye key because obi wo ha history no wonim wa twist no ana mrantie no onen se obi a ebitimi wo machi wo makɔhye ba bia brin wo hye won nti no enia bi wo ho no mo ka ombagye edi azumi se wo nana no maka kyerɛ se na da atwom wo japade bi wo fi wo tetetete na nkɔfo bi abefa ana wo mafa na wo mu yusu no mo man bia ebɛyɛ wo de
dabi
enti enia ma bebre akɔso a na wo se ka ebedum sambri no ka yehu nisibia unum se mi information amikuta kyerɛ se 2008 kura no attorney general etro letter na on your sign letter ni AC something crap
VCRAC crap
yeah na nti no we me de bema assignment mu hwehwɛ sa letter no ni yen hwɛ kwan a wo response a wo de ma because na case no konkon ho so enti case no ya suppress case no ya ma na konkon ho saa na abedru ni adu na papa na kan history no excuse me sa ahadie Western Togoland any Amberland for no Ambazonia Cameroon no ya similar unse ho no no ekoye the same thing wohwɛ history na ma de bibi kakra gu form wa ha wohwɛ history na German colony from 1887 to 1914 ana Britain for Britain after the First World War and on reclaim land. Firms and on their truths a certain maybe unknown flintico. We hear history now. Send your way no more ashasi no. The same thing. We say so no 2017 a G boom.
But on this one, is it true say go for the letter UN no embassy be Ghana have free or just to look through the
now they still let me make this point clear. Me no can say me na ya me de on my way until say ye be hwe ye bambo nhye ye ne security here no ya hwe ya one day ye be nu ye ho
we fun mu
me can we free say me lead team e ko Burkina Faso me risk my life na me ko hu say enko 1% beto share ye so awre e ma ye churches e be ye hu o Ghana honorable minister or ye security minister no o share sorry for me wan frame me ba o confirm kire won say ne me kan ye no kore
me ntwana no just recently when these issues happened I am told that they were supposed to call those of us the analysts and into a meeting and I'm told some of them said they've called some. I say who did he call? Did they call you?
Obi Amfreme. Me no answer me tip FM say so.
Do you understand me? So I was when the issue happened, I had some ministers of state calling me. I'm sure they called him too. I said so, but we are told. Why are you people? We are told say your fremo more security for us. Your fremo analyst. You know, you people. We've called you into a meeting, and so why are you people? It looks like. You don't say no. No one has called any of us. If they've called, maybe they've called those they want to talk to, but as far as I know, I myself and my colleagues, some of us, I mean, so maybe I'm fair 1 or 2, but in terms of the, I mean, in China, crime also.
In dealing with issue, who here say, who be here, say, be you in fact, we would your kasa ma by no more we would your kasa.
Security, you don't have to talk for the government.
Where you buying, but this is security.
Security is very technical.
CJ, one man you must have no question.
Yes, Robert.
Sorry.
Many and call Peace FM.
Yeah.
And I'm a cancer assembly. What you say? Into be a evidence and ask who be a can be actually. One I was offering. Yamina was offering. But we pay never information minister Sama Oka. Yeah, propaganda. Falsehood. No, I'm not much. Okay. Just I'm back actually. I'm maybe some work of fetch information.
But just expect. Allow the experts to speak.
No, me na me catching so my expert in Casa.
Okay.
And the fault.
Okay.
Me we school back now. I want a Dr. Baomi. I did security and intelligence. Go and check my bag now. What you say? Say me infantry ho. Ana a man mun panyimfo binumo. Opa akobusa general men so be catch me contribution. Even then. Enti wo betra ho na politics nti wo pese wo be kan emu na ya emwa wo man no ba ya nya no ne ebebua wo asem na aba no solution no ane ye miniminu ya base ye beka omuti a ebeboa wo amu anti a omaji na emom se ne emeka no oman ne bambo nhyehyeye no omu hwe ne ye na ndimu because onipa na waka asem no wo ho wan frɛ no wo so wo de number bi na sabe wo to ayampia so emphasize anya wo man
Robert solution no a wo ka ho asem no any DNA and I believe
no solution ni be no can solution ni say to say I remember before Burkina Sensemwe eba yi he had published something that was I mean I think so we had about a month lead.
Ansana UK,
yes,
any
about a month
lead. Canada for
before, you can say the red alert from the UK, then the Canada.
Yeah, I was sure.
Okay, so we had about a month lead from the publication we had done. Then some of us spoke to it and said, well, we cannot play down on some of this things because sometimes when we share this intelligence with them, they don't uncheck. And I said, we see. Some of us were expecting that at least they will call a meeting of some of us who, I mean, we have colleagues who will talk to us from all over the world. What do you know? Then our PK, what is going on?
They don't know.
They didn't. And so one of the solutions is that when you put square pegs in round holes, you're not going anywhere. Because, for instance, you have an information minister who, I mean, sorry, one of your colleagues.
Yes, he's a journalist.
He's a journalist. Do you understand? It doesn't mean that you cannot do some work in security and know what you are. Security is so technical. Security is like pregnancy. I tell people, security is like pregnancy. So, now say, Udisia, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. So if you have a security challenge and you keep painting on the security challenge, when it comes up, you will not be able to hide it. And that is what is happening in the Akani saying. What's the name? This separatist movement. Some of us belong to various organizations. Various organizations, and we share intelligence. It's a community. It's a whole community on its own. It's a whole community on its own where intelligence is shared. And your contribution to, to knowledge sometimes would identify you as somebody who probably went a go-to when it comes to intel and asset a certain area. But unfortunately, one of the challenges we have is that when you assemble or try to be church, you are not your target. That's what we crowd in with him. This person crowd in with him. People, I mean, and so I'm on your seminal. I can't say, it has become part of what we are doing. And so, instead of us dealing with it, we are not dealing with it. We begin to do, those who do propaganda end up saying that some people are doing propaganda. Those who speak to the issue. So mine is that the solution is, let's begin to look at this thing from a coordinated front. When because a coordinated front, whatever recently, one of my colleagues, some group I think in France, were actually paying a young man in the northern region area. They came like I didn't say NGO. And I'm starting to in the car. We want you, and they gave him, listen, a whole dossier of your kind of saying our security architecture. Hey. They want to know this about this person. They want to know what they are doing. And saying, I'm say, yeah, changes be at the police, whatever. They want to know who is. And so when this information came and it came to my notice, and this my colleague had been trying to get the attention of some of the policy makers, it wasn't working. But when I reviewed the document, I said, no, this thing, and only the number man, just about less than $1,000. Less than $1,000. But they made the whole thing look like it's a credible research they want this person. You don't conduct research into our security like that. You don't do that. But this young man was smart enough, or you're smart enough to, share this information with some of us. So we quickly directed this to, you're kind of saying, I'll mention his name, because he had tried to meet some of the ministers, I quickly had to call the attention of the defense minister, Nnawotwe. I quickly, and if Nnawotwe would say, would confirm this. And it didn't, within a few hours, Nnawotwe called these people to come and he collected the information. I'm sure they used it and they were able to deal with it. And so mine is that, they don't care. So you share the information. Sometimes you need to call them out by their name. That's what they under. You call them out by their name. Ubomudin say, that is the reason why some of us have kept that. We seem to have the wrong Minister of National Security. Oh yes, because that is where everything starts from. So that point now pra. So that point now it trickles down a bathroom because then. But
obviously, maybe I say, okay, so there's a minister, a politician, you didn't see her.
Yeah.
Now there's an IGP, there's a chief of defense staff. How on that ladder? How does it work? Because minister no now
man.
Okay.
On Ghana constitution. I think what they be out at some kasam. Onya be di to me na on na efa na IGP CDS sanko fo ni nyina. Na omo fa won so a na omo akekere wo monsegun chi na omo nsa be hwe no. O de police council. O de akwohwe constitution no. I think article 202 also. Na hwe send your police council send your control IGP. Enti no a political party na ewuru o man no. Enti ye hwe wani mu a ye se wo ya hwe a wo be ye party akosu ya dompe ye ma wo man. That is what is happening now. Yes, a Ghana intelligence ye weak o. Wo mo amunyim adwuma no bebre wo ho a ya sideline no omo. Ade yes, we talk.
Oh, yes. We talk. Oh, they've been sidelined. And
we
so
talk because of politics.
Mine is that until say we will look at the Mbambono devoid of amanyosem, because the question would see the kusike them most you can say this guy.
Yes, kusike them.
The audacity to say Ghana doesn't exist
legally.
How dare he say legally Ghana doesn't exist? And this person was one time a member of parliament in Ghana's parliament under the Fourth Republic in Ghana's parliament. I say Ghana doesn't exist, and he's still moving around.
Okay, why kakra? Dia asase Ghana hey ana air course secessionists near the. Can we make reference to other countries? Kwanya efa so a chance. Muna mo nim dia Bible say mo. Kwanya efa so maybe make reference to or maybe a chance nkiti say ya and how they dealt with it security wise. Kwa mo fa so e delay.
No, I mean, man quite just look at Biafra, the Biafran ideology
in Nigeria.
Even recently under you can say
Boko Haram.
Boko Haram under the Buhari. These guys started again. What did he do to them? He chased them out. And the agitations are still there. But he dealt with it. Their leader, we don't know where he is. Maybe they say, you look at what is going on in Cameroon. It's not so different, like Paul said. It's not so different from here. But here, they say, legally, a niñinas will be legally, a niñinas will be apart from Pesemin Kuminya, people wanting to, you know, people have been promised certain things by Big Brother who is sitting somewhere that say eba, and I say we be the side, you say, and no, and for instance, when you ask that the examples, I mean, the Biafran, look at the Biafran one, the Biafran war under Gowon and his people. How many people died?
Lots.
Millions. Under Gowon and his people. Under Gowon and his people, millions died, you know, during that war. And did it change anything? Let's not wait for this, you can't say, people to use us, because I can tell you that Ghana, we've never had a civil war. So, apart from before you can't say maybe 19 something, even that one, Ghana was legally not a state. I mean, or the Gold Coast didn't. These were, you know, groups of territories that were living in an area. But Usha Ghana abakwa sumwa. We've never had a civil war, because a civil war where you have all out civil war like we had in Liberia, you know, in Sierra Leone and other. We haven't had it. Nigeria has had its own. And so, Oba Ebibibemwa, we seem to be the only country we seem to be the only country and so can't we protect this particular thing? That's what we haven't been able to do. So I would have wished that we would have a certain setup within the security architecture to deal with this issue.
What I say, there should be a legal something backing, a legal framework in dealing with
it. For instance, let's broaden the anti-terrorism law. We haven't broadened it. When you look at it, we haven't broadened it. That means, if I decide to donate money to Papa V, are you going to punish me? What is, in the scheme of things, who is Papa V today? Is he a terrorist?
He's an ordinary Ghanaian now.
Thank you. If you look at the American anti-terrorism law, if you go to the UK anti-terrorism law, the European anti-terrorism law, they say A is a terrorist. Finish. If you call A, if we are able to intercept your signal talking to A, as for you, you are done.
Where will you cry?
You are done. If worst case scenario, if your $1 cedi or $1 falls in A's account, oh, you are a candidate for jail. I just saw my son count. Maybe I will be on the show. Even if you look at the WikiLeaks guy, you know WikiLeaks, the WikiLeaks guy.
Yes.
What happened to him? They chased him all over the world for leaking information that to them affected certain countries, isn't it? So, law no, criminalize law no, criminalize some of the things. So, as we speak, we are still talking. I'm not hearing policy makers saying that we need to look at the legal framework again to make it punitive, to cut off the source of whatever. For instance, I know one counselor who recently came on air to say rape. He said something. And I think he's been blacklisted from. I don't know whether that is correct. He's been blacklisted from going to the media. That is how effective these things should work. So that someone like Kusi Kedem, someone like him, what is the media, kind of saying the communication, those in charge of Esla Owusu's ministry? What are they doing? Are they flagging these people? The national security architecture should have people who are listening to conversation. So maybe Koko can be encore for the state, not encore for party. Encore for the state. And I said, Bema Akronfaba Beto Ashe Ebinomus. They flag me and begin, oh, this person, I see a started a monitor. If we can't do that, then it will be difficult to fight Papa V and his people, because then, as I speak, who is Papa V and his people? If I give them $1 million Ghana cedis because I have $1 million Ghana, do you have any law that has criminalized and making it punitive for me not to give them money? No. So let's have all this. Once you have it, then you are dealing with the roots of the issue. But if we don't have it, then nothing is going to happen.
Nnawotwe.
Send me America send back one son mama ada we so tamo me buy na me pese me hu say before say obet me establish security and intelligence institution if there is any law, because once abroad you don't me kwatena radio so na won kasa keke no intimi call Ministry of Interior of the Interior masa kubusa nothing me kura me suggest kire opanyin bi o me monitor say bet me organize ye nyina ye mu bi What you say? Now, Mumma Emra, nature and register as a intelligence pandis and as a bio for the.
Then you do firm, just so we can understand.
Me call nothing. Nothing. Ain't no, me say intelligence a human, a room, we bet me up a custom, na kofa, abre one mind. In common, yes, I had nothing. Minimum, I don't say a bear situation, send your bear. You bet me a guide, or beer or pese, because yan custom keke. Yan custom keke. Uni me. What you say? Sometimes you share and you may behind. Yan custom keke. And you know, media, near me can say brute force on Quano. And yet, no. Baby beer, sideway beer, CBA, no. Me mount, met me my baby. Intimate ramping for no. Matter say,
no, but young chap, me be I did brute force here, and if you transfer the buy, any place you settle on the round table negotiation, and also soon you could see.
Brute force say, no, baby, okay, young share Tuareg for, Omope as a what? And Siaga. No. Biafra and Siaga. Mend and Siaga. What you say? Senegal, Sri Lanka for no, a year Tamil for
Iraq and
what some and Siaga. What ya? Afghanistan and Siaga and one more Casa. What you say? Mammy Minfe Fak, Colombia and Siaga Matrobi Kurawa, Mammy Febin Kang. Northern Ireland, Sinn Féin and Siaga, Yemen, Nansia, Minia and Siaga. What you say? Ain't you know, what share even Senegal, Casaman, and Siaga. Oh, ain't you know, ya what you say, Matty say, Pennyphobi, let me be specific, Vice President Radio say, Sabi, what will be yes, so just say, you su blue force, and I be at this, now, it me engage you on man, it doesn't make sense. But if we are Simuha, obi obedi boni bia ye criminal na meboa yenya ye krom ha wonu ana fichire yendi o hene ponte ho obi soli kokun woni nipa ba ye 40 enya criminal ewi as ye yensin konwa ana nti omo engage enkofo na peace aban na it doesn't make sense ana me say asem bia ni hodo man tokwakora ye kun conventional welfare egusu wa ye kun ye won kofo mo ko behind the scene try to engage send ye be ya asumdue be ba because on the back in the battlefield no pay no asom dwensi mean see daw mo wie no ceasefire no table say ya na be den entime de ne say intelligence community no omuntu omum no omunya adwuma Ghana ye betimi ayema na broso ye betimi identify nkofo no omo hyase ni nyina emre bi di mbe ye tri analogy wa ha me so omo aya che wo omo no de omo de say dua so ne wura so hu wotiti wura na ebesan ba opa mi nku nyina ebesan afefe because branches Adriana Nkasa ana entrino root na maka say root na Nkasa no tap root no so no ejina ho ti ya until see ebetimi atudua na se no wo bechi nkofo na ye den on besan ba entini two intelligence for ni ye adwuma no ye ma education koso e was say oman no ma education koso ni e kire oman history because history no bebre atwese no enra anajo ana minya aside way from Australia. Omo anyina so unu se nkofo no ma spread on tentacles. Say omo nya new team nkofo omo free sa region no. Omo tutu akwan na ye keka ho abom omo support sa agenda.
In fact, the last time mene Volta regional minister Honorable Archibald Lecha come on radio and reveal say in fact now there are two factions.
There are more than that.
They are more than that. They are because aside Papa Vino regional minister no ball one Togbi Yesu say ono na near roadblocks near there no omuna
because them so no kasai and minyin is so much in impo he spoke to I think one of your sister stations.
I see.
Yeah, see they claim responsibility that omuna yes and I don't think he's been arrested and that is where some of us worry that why haven't we arrested him?
And CJ when say on almost strategy bag or foreign strategy bag say those in overseas they are reorganize themselves and come together. No one make sure say division na ba ha say no omo be san ka omo abom na kire say omo timi aye ne o say omo ye entime de omo education no enkoso e wa region na obia we involve no e was etimi ehu no ye identify medical so can say nye ni pani nyina ana oka ho a obetimi kura ache no ebi say obi okura we panyin wo che no a na ade no begina court a community no kura no asemato ebi nso kura o ma ya chi won ma me fin so me found so mo ya haban no o ka so won kire route na o ma wa evidence da so enti wo kwachi nipa na wo di ni ko gina court a de asem na wo keka enti e wo se nkitahudie den ekoso enti wo mo se yen yese sabi nyansanim se e ka se wo mo hwe ne nkitahudie nko no o mo fa nkitahudie ne nka ho na emo obi bi obe twiniti abedi bone no so de emra ne nche no na emra ne so ye de emfa ne nyadwuma be nkitahudie de wo mo mpo ebe koso because e ba war kura na wo mo kono kura na nkitahudie be koso nti wo mo nye ne ntem na somdwe emra Ghana mfi se be boa Ghana.
Okay well ye di nkitaho for instance say papa bi ene ne table e ho ne so de e koso ni how do we trace say ebi papa bi oti hey owo ebi abrofo bi e wa manone ebi omukwa no finance no or support bi internationally support no
enu nti na mse wo se omu engage wo no unim say ye wo expert a onu bedi nkomo a ya share that training wo na Italy wo ba ko during Iraqi war no ana wo ko na all ban America fo ku no barrier bi sa ankofo no okay bi kura from hypnotizers into onu behia sabe o kwan obefa so obe influence o talk ne ade a obetimi agree se muni sa ankofo no bi ko hia na papa vi wo bi a o hyase a within 15 minutes no onipa no betimi amana aka no kore bi ewo eminya sure say Ghana you be you don't train those guys in Ghana. It is a Ghana for ni bia ye betimi akope bi omo behu mi kura metimi recommend bia na yen hwehwe na nkofo obi ofa ana woni ni kohia so no nkyere Ghana for mpancho mu ntie ni ye nyasa woni ni kohia me se Volta region ma no sometimes asem no kura no ye ketwa bia mu kohia mu betimi ayeden awie no preko enti mu kohia obesen hu next line of action enti omo moden no omo nhia no omo hu ne ye hyehyase nyina na omo ye ne se omba ne be crash no dia ombeko ombesan aba.
Okay, Rabona, on the same
you see me I be me for the okana so but technology beyond that technology makes it possible.
Okay,
we have the interceptors. I mean, I'm an expert in those things.
Oh, I see.
Where you intercept signals, you intercept communications. These are very simple. To say me I no say. All you need to do is to record me for maybe about a minute. If you record me for about a minute, the gadget to intercept is not so big. You record me, you put it in that thing, and you are able to any communication via me. Once it goes through that line and it picks it, Saddam Bonham started talking.
It's simple.
Saddam Bonham started talking. It doesn't need to actually be my telephone number. Once
immediately to me recognize the voice.
Once it recognizes the voice,
that's
it. It picks it and begins to. I mean, if you know how Pablo Escobar was killed.
Yes.
I mean, how many years ago? The Americans had that technology. How many years ago when Pablo Escobar was killed? How many years ago? No, we have it, but how are we using it? We had it not long ago, but my point is, how are we using it? Are we using it against political opponents or we are using it against or more they are seeking to destroy this country? So mine is that let's use technology. I mean, Ghana, the domain Ghana belongs to us. We could put in filters. You send a mail, we flag, you can't say words. You flag statements. And it's a me to sorry, then I say me send email Paul. Then I put in that Paul. We need to go to the Volta region and join these people so that we can do demonstration. Maybe the key word is demonstration.
Filtered and then
the key word is demonstration.
Some of the flag words said demonstration.
Demonstration.
Volta region.
Associated with crime.
Anyway, so that you key in the keyword. Into me sending mail, once it has to go through the domain, the Ghana domain. I'm sitting here. If somebody is sending a mail from the UK and is coming here, it goes through. Ghana can decide to take off, to shut off WhatsApp, cut off Ghana from the rest of the world. Ghana can decide to just this morning they can decide to just pull the plug. No telephone, no nothing. If they want to listen to you, we can also listen. And so then you flag keywords, send email, demonstration, Volta region, this is and to the moment it goes through the roots, it flags it and then it gives it to an investigator. The investigator begins to this person, who is he? Oh, no, yeah, Jumawaha. Okay, no, yes, see. They will go and check when you were born, how you grew up, the schools you attended, your friends. That is how you go to other countries like the UK. They've managed to secure their territorial. Even as we speak, we, like you said, we have, at least I know we have a similar device in this country. How much have we used it to our advantage? You ensure then you see. Because
Mokasa see, I dream about him say, it be a politician, be a war, a bamwa, it be a one more yard, for Sabia Mokasa breakers. Oh, we are on top, When you device no can say it will be a. But your question, it's quite a fast at this hard device where did you to our advantage?
How? Yes. So for instance, you go to court. That's what I'm saying. Broaden the anti-terrorism law. Broaden it. You can now get permit. Let's say you flag me. You go to court behind the scene to get a warrant to start listening to me 24/7. Because at the moment, if you listen to me without any legal basis, that's what the court. I think it happened recently. The court would say no, they won't take it. So they need to convince either Parliament to pass a new law or something. Once that happens and you go to court and get a warrant, that you have to listen to me. And it means that every evidence you gather behind the scene would be used in court. And court will accept it. That is legitimate. So long as Buama, you can't say they will be able to convict me because they may not be person. We are not doing that. And like I always say, my colleagues, I mean, when this issue happened, some of my colleagues from South Africa, from the US, from, other countries will call and say, so you guys, what's going on? What is, and if you go to check some of us our credentials, sometimes they ask us, are you what? And I will tell you that we advise them. We advise them. But I think sometimes we are too busy to listen to the advice. And once they are too busy to listen to the advice, sometimes you mention them by name and ask that some of them should be fired. Because then if I advise you, that's the way it's here. Now say they make a bemua. Now what do you expect? Should I continue to praise you?
That's a woman so because now you see and can be you know. You can before men casting. Before some minister and pajamas issue before second pa pajamas issue me say ne obi test say this is what is going to happen to some of the ministers for nipa kro no presidency omo pon magime me yi no ma kire sisi e ba ye na e ba wa se wo ka kire omo amu.
Okay, but my concern ye kwa abatu mu and me to see an yakoso of Volta region. Mona mu security expert. The client say first to protect some installations, and say na me to say Adom bridge ne Akosobo dam or beefy up security e was am ye. But the bigger picture
what do they tell us?
The
program.
How do we deal with it?
You see how we deal with it. Sisi almost be an Accra and NIB, National Intelligence Bureau. It's just a change of name. It's just a change of name. They were now almost some of us have asked that. I mean, I'll answer your question. But some of us have your bisa say, national security policy now be na bisa can pass on from parliament now, or say it's in a draft form. No, what needs our document? So ben na wo sesa national you can say the setup the architecture.
We don't have it.
We sesa what in so ben na wo? It's not there. So when it comes to abattoir ya ebasuya. Kamime yebe ebeboa senke yebenya easy na easy because ono and a battle sensem na hye nensa and na utie ayawaso West Wogon commission ya your man penyi set up ya commissioner see e catch easy say when you go back put your security in order in terms of a battle sensem why what you will be say Easy say, easy on babe trotro. Say easy say, oh, these are the security measures. Still on me.
Be I know why, but on farmer too.
Why yanka how I come say enkonko tutu enkonko tutu.
I see.
Why yanka how I come say nka abemu ya ye bone tuo bandai.
Yes, sellers.
Nka ye mon tuo nkono. Nka why yanka de course yi nka enkoso. Me de ne say about what time no eba. Ebe here say around this time. Yenim flashpoints ni nyina wo ye mamu ha. Sabi those days na aya was west wo go na nka ho.
With near air course Volta region at the back of our minds.
So let's have a blueprint of these are the flashpoints. You see, the moment you begin to name the flashpoints, it is almost like naming and shaming. Let's say you stay around Adenta. Now, on they flagged it. You want to behave well. I said national science and whatever.
Mass quiz.
Who try say what they don't give? What do they give them? But you see, it's a bragging right. And to me, the say taking the Volta region into no many empenyufoni be our Volta region. It's one of the big men in the Volta near Kasa. So you see, what we need is a 24-hour or 24/7 surveillance in the Volta region. Schools Ghana. Are we going to treat Volta region same as
but the security presence in Volta region?
It's not
any the meaning for reading into. Let's
divorce the kind of saying about one sense from what is happening now in the Volta region.
But what do you say, politicians?
No, mine is that it's the way this thing is usually packaged. Okay, say Sanopana, Defense Minister some of us were actually on our way to the Volta region to go and see things for ourselves. I was going with a group of 10 times. We were going there to go around the border and see what was going on. And the defense minister now came out to put it out there. Say, these are the distribution in terms of officers across the country. And some of us, okay, we thought that all right. So at least there is some explanation. So let's see the way it will pan out. Eventually, things simmered down. Okay, BB, about education. How are we educating the citizens? Apart from once a while, do we have an agenda to sensitize Timemufuano? We don't have it. And so, what type of deployment are we going? Are we going to have military police detachment in various schools around the world, various state installations? I mean, who can say state installation? It includes the primary schools, it includes the universities, it includes all schools and buildings. That should be markets that should be protected. Because mine is that me pese adie be betchin na about what time aso na obiato to pay na amanfo start dwane and hwe it will affect the credibility of the election. To me media say easy no and my blueprint with regards to who would form their security. Who should we speak to? Yeka say we've been talking about education and to say minim Papa Vinen and call from baby or Mosha. No, do we have an emergency number to call? Or I'll call the police emergency 18555. And I'm afraid. So our number now say, we're about asumwa. And one of the say your wife is being is beating you. And so mine is that you see we seem to be joking.
There has to be a dedicated number.
Let's have a deliberate policy to confront your kind of insecurity. And I'm beside and two of voter reference over Pando. No one who's uncle for be so much to ever be seen. Who are fool no woman and I'll put a phone. Number Ben or Befrey.
Ayaka.
What 18,555.
And also, Baby Sinclair.
So some of us have been calling that. You see, we are not young bamboo and some we are joking with it. I say, and so sometimes when you even advise them, they don't listen. If we own the communication space, why can't we have a dedicated number? Say BB during election, say confrontation be nearby. You know the number to call. That it looks like there is basa eba. But usually people have to now move their motorbikes to go and call police, to go and call this. Wait to me. And no, I'm what your my money. So let's me handle on a trial.
My name phone lines na faming call Ura Barton. So 030221170124. That's it 0302211701 211702 and a 211704. Ofra wadaroma. Radio and now TV no na low volume no. Na fe would adventure or the atuja. Enti my phone lines are activated. Ura Barton.
Mini anaka physical security. But me call cyber. Kakra na me de afutuo na mdema yisi ewiase nyina hu se abato nsensem no afa no voter register no ne sansensem na nansen hu se ne ekofo bi din efiri mu no nanka ekoye asem aba ena wiase no sa hackers no womo eko womanim enti no ewe se womo bomoden ase womo betumi a protect system no se ne be ya obi mfa bone bi anyede yenim nesi o Ukraine
Robert mamefa opare wo suhum na me mount aso opare te me ka me akwaba
CJ mejo so nyame asomdwe
enkan zo opare yenti o
yo CJ we dey ni bi mu ama minchia na na hene e wo suhum post office one of the couples of national security nyame insura na bebre CJ ime koma asemo so a me se ye papa no mo aba be kire ensemu bebre na ye be sre Ghana for ye nyina no man ye de ye nuanom no mo ye sa otoko no omunya apotre meteme ho ana me pre emfa ye nkosi hwe akire no na bia me omo susu ye na ankoboa o mtime pa omo chobi pre na security pen form wonim de no mo hwe no mo ma Ghana ye nyina ye baako ye mfa ye entu ye na nyame enhira ye bebre me de we ja mo nyina no pe
me da se odehye so abama homa no so odehye otime ka me mo akwaba
CJ odehye ma nebo su ne fa nebo su ka ho minia no
na bo so yenti o
mo afuna dia kuma kwa nyina wana wo mo dika kati wa umia budu ejiso so next week time ko mi anhia duka na ba block injection na pom se nyame samom ma me chaba defo dia mekan se asem yi a na no bi ka chem se kwa me nkuma press ko sa dia ne hyase enti e ka me nkwa ka man sem no ni se mo firim na yin su nyame so na ayemfo ne yanke kwa bi be fo ye betumi ayemfo no akasa e wo fitiem because Kofika America na sasa no ukochi wo ya political you know ebe ko dia wo enti mesra Ghana for na se mumi na mfe ya nuntu se de be ya de no ye be pasre be sepa emi ko na habai e ma se ya babo tin ye be su jagun ya ni ba chelo na bi chabo ko maro
me da se na bosu me da se ba me fa na bo ahen wotime ka mo akwaba
hello
na kwa me
yeah na kwa me Jane sorry the fourth
okay na kwa me yenti o
yeah intelligent form to hono omo kasa na hu se nyansa wo yinti me kasa nyansa wo sa se papa na so kan fa se electoral commission form nyoma bi na boa security agencies no omo bambom yet to sumi no electoral commission no ma bebre yet me bon so boa so hene no ma bebre ho no mo want to nyoma bi yi Opa afrawo sad answer ye nwan mai befu sad hon mo a e ba bere gisa ye sibiri ni togo fu biri ni se o pamp ye pampa mo and say bi asa what togo land ye do ma baka Ghana o e du ye ni pa ni sa ani o baka se de ma sa afi de open and then me so me de ma sa afi sa ni man na ti form sa ni ma wi isa nchichemu ni sa ni ma no wo mi ye nyai na emwa na o ma no asumudu emra o man nim na muntu letter commission fu otutu na kwan yi
wama
eye ne dia nto man
me da se John akwaba
yeah CJ say
nyame adom John ever na kasa free
me kasa free
Laura okay John yenti o
me pacha yes me da se na me da me tia o panelists na especially Mr. Adams Bona de bia me tino analysis me mission niema bebre free no nchen but minia plan to say yan kasa entre your security hierarchies say omun sorry omun nine so because some of the security say one ma information on protect adebia na omun kasa you ama. For example,
Asem we are koso Volta region. Binya pay Asena mahu say o my Ghana no yet because so share across the whole nation no say uko yi dagate aibe anwana chi asante any baby ayi na o my Ghana baako abena di paku be so say abebe me am free north and I say me am free upper west ha me so tina say enka and then I mean free Ghana beam ade what kind of madness is this to use this word and this is the time say your politicians no all kind of room them and tear same way
me da say John mama fa nana akwa ba ukase free
Nana Kwameka freedom kwa compound.
Okay. Nana yentie o.
Me da se ye da machine munyuma pa moye. Ghana ye problem nyina ye no kre. Se NDC ya de na enya. O NDC a on kase ade we de enya. O MPP na MPP ya de na enya on kase enya. But me too me kase me too because o me MP for me too Ghana. Empanyifo a o mu di nim efo se. Ye tra omo a aya nyoma bi o hono ma me enfa ye hu enkot ale ni pebiechi ni anya nyoma anya na Ghana asofo ne omo ananka 2016 2015 no omo kasa no this time around omo kasa ti say the na first omo kasa na be ma oman no etumi akonenim but ye nhwe all the time de bia nhwe na de bia de Ghana be kono ye nyina ye mpe ye ni bebi akọ me da say
Mr. Bedase, I mean, to me, so be one. So, hello, good morning. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. But you didn't be able free.
Free Mankasim, from Nana.
Okay. Nana, ain't you from Mankasim?
The contribution is near Cosono and Penifonian United Hono. Mestre. Na Minister of Information. I invite you home.
Minister of Information,
intelligent, a worker, a bit more common. Ten of Casson before my association, or form association immediately from Frankoma Minister of Information. Could you upon Coma? Now, Omo de Massa intelligent, and Yajuma, and Manimuya.
Oh, okay.
Son and Yamajin self.
Minister in charge of national security, Mumuna, I saw Mukokusia because Minister of Information there, or simply for me anyway. Omunim Shanty.
Messi, intelligent, Omunim Bibi.
And you want some America opening.
Okay, no.
But I say, your friends here. You so hello, good morning. Sammy. Hello, Samuel.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Samuel Kasafrin.
Because I free Adenta.
Okay, Samuel, ain't you?
Me pato in that the program mo you know. But analysts no more can we have to take it very, very serious. Ghana ne wono e di kokofubo bo ekobia. And it's so funny say even in security aspect cry the kokofubo bo ko unyo ni my impact. As we are seeing, people are having that knowledge to educate us, to help us fight these terrorist acts now. But I'm saying, we are sidelining all these people, capable people on between Abu Ghana and across all political groups. Obi about person pick you bet me in football, you bet me in other sectors. But when it comes to security, we should be very mindful on the way we handle things. I did about say cost to Parayi. US, they will say US first. But they will listen to that thing. Say US record down party, no. So we have to have that thing in our mind. So no matter what security aspect of it, and you could football money they call. We should be very, very mindful.
Okay.
And I'm say with this aspect of the program you say 9 years and now, yen to me fair, penny bino. Now yen cannot one take. Because sometimes they will say that they didn't get and those things, no. But when you are having this discussion, no, in Ayeti, now you're throwing say, you can see we one more market that they is there.
Okay.
And that one made my identify those people. I'm not so more aware to them.
Okay, let us say. Ora Nicholas Okreku Okreku to me come akwaba. Oye sojani Ghana ni sojani a wo US. Is that correct? Opening.
But me Ghana ni sojani a maba retirement after 20 years of me juma wo America as a soldier.
Fantastic.
Iraq me were experienced by in until I retired and I say okay me nim die ba Ghana.
Fantastic.
Ghana bampo ho me ba ha me contacting in Penfubia maybe me say me jisika kwa me ye free a check abango Ghana America got the chair me ka be I don't need Ghana's money me ye free me ko hu IGP kwa me ne class kwa kasai but they didn't take me serious almost me throw me friends me throw you think bra me trauma wo me say me resume me nyina me din na ma wo so after now from say politics omo go through me see na ye friend ye me di me no ma friends mo painful bi wo ho say you mo program mo say man painful me no na omo wo no these are the type of people are men say me no be ejuma look me a field agent friends me go get information now them they bro then they no much after mu ya yejuma no ni media
Orakre kubacho obegina so ama me gina line so me producers person ma no kasa no mo ju details bi e ma me ne me penifo iti gina line so ma me why
okay
me dase pa na fe me fa audition to me kan mo akwaba hello audition. Okay. Well, in terms of on Ura Okrekoya Army Commander note, you know, yeah, the course in BC. But you see, this is Obia.
Yeah.
What is
I remember, I think 2-3 years ago, when the IFSEC, from nowhere, they rated me as the best security influencer in the whole of Africa. And the number 6 in the world.
Wow!
And it's published. Published. If I'm sure you read it. It's published. Number 1 in Africa, number 6 in the world. And these people over there took it to a certain level. But over here, can you believe it was? And so me and say. Sometimes
you see
so be do my training there sabi yera kojo pon kromane de omkeka ho sometimes condescending manner as if you can say you don't unim unsendifa obi the I think the man from Laura or Kasano.
Yes.
Sometimes you share information with some of your agency. Information now be share no it has some nya ho hwe ananse wo a wo share information no ombe yiwama oh abemu ya JB Dankwa case or ma tip off no
yes sexy
informant the guy no ma or yeah info or ma lead ya che sexy don the guy is homeless. He's homeless. Meanwhile we have an informant regime in Ghana. I say obwa na say yemfa say this Professor Bene the and I say secessionist group say who information be about boani achi sankofo we are there is a payment.
I said to me a life changing demand.
Thank you.
So I brought to me sister.
Atiye ka say ya hwe so enti na make say why can't we emphasize and person about boa or more information but let's not also give them out. So let's have some emergency numbers. Said ye be ya semefra I can give you, some AKA something. I don't have to mention my name, Adam Bona. But I've given you information. When you go behind the scene and check, it be a beboa. Most people have information, but where do you go to? Are you going to go to Pando District Police Commander now? Only a kidnapper, one of the kidnappers. Who are you going to go to? And that is the challenge we have in this country, where those appointed at officialdom, Duduana Sebi, when you talk to them, they just pay attention to you. They, sometimes make it look like like this military, retired military officer.
Yeah.
There are several of them that way. Several of them who have come back home, and we are supposed to tap into their
experience and expertise.
They are there.
Robert, Mama, final words, nothing.
Na me can say easy IT section or omo nyiro ho na omo moya system no say ne be ya Mr. Ross be and Emma ho because at hard na fe nso no mesre Ghana for say security adwuma no bambo nhye na yem pambo efo nkwa obi anfa no anjim na yem o man no ban na yentimi nto aba na o man nya na somdwe me fin say kakra meka no
Rabona
and then make me I can say me train say easy ye still our man the security blueprint flashpoint to my yen hu na on kire yen say bambo no say no ma nhye ne tie before 7th December because yanhwe year nioma etochimu a anhwe na yentumi encounter.
Rapport watching security analyst, Africa Center for Security
and Intelligence Studies.
And Intelligence Studies. Onobeka who made so sounds no Adam Bona, a security and safety expert. Answer na unyo mbesha sieno. Na Professor Kwame Osei Kwating of the University of Cape Coast, Department of History. No, no, so many no. Attention and come on. I'm afraid you know so lots of comments on Facebook, but I'm running in our echo. In fact, I wish we had like 4 hours to deal with because issues with security there. Personally, say me program be na topic no for security one. I am manage it because ya hwani here uti say na mpanifo menu akan a niam betimi efu yemu enti ye ko enimu no ye fa niam entutu eyi me sorry so happy belated birthday enkoma Angela Kwashi wo boadua happy belated birthday enko emanamenda me solid production team Joshua Tigo Welbeck Ampedu AC ohene ne da no Mauli me camera me light me sound obia na Daniel so me da wase papa yes sorry so e de media kan na e de 12 so ma free that the price for greatness is responsibility. Me the chief Jerry Forsen background